Let's go, Mission U. It's a new day. Thank you for coming. This has been a great year, quite a different year than we've ever had before. And I need to just start out by saying how thankful I am to be surrounded by the greatest students in the world. I am thankful for a faculty and a staff that love the Lord and give their life to serve Him here. And I am thankful for the many who work so very hard to make this week happen for you. I honestly am surrounded by such a great team here. So very, very proud of all of the people I get to work with. Every single area. We are so blessed and so thankful. And you may not know them, you may not realize all that they do, but you are benefits of what they do and the time that they put into your students. I want to give a special thank you. Were you greeted by some softball ladies tonight? Where are they? There they are. Okay, there you are. Thank you, ladies. They had to hustle to get here from practice and all that, but I love them. They're doing so good. Such great young ladies. I'm very thankful for you taking the time and effort. I understand what it means to take time out of your schedule and to travel here. I hope you have a great time, a great week this week. I want to give another special welcome to, this is our Freeway group. You guys join us on Tuesday night, so thank you for being here with us. And John Stroop, the director, you were telling me, I don't remember the numbers, so tell me, how many Bible college students do you have? 13 Bible college students right now. How many are graduating Friday? Four graduates from Freeway this year. And I got to tell you, some of our very best students, great thinkers and writers. So we love them. To kick off this week, it was suggested to me by several people that we invite a shirtless, sword-swallowing pole climber. Apparently, he has some openings in his schedule, but despite the enormous pressure, I decided against it. Thank you. Yes. Yeah. I want to tell you, it's already been a great week, and let me use this as some encouragement just to stir your heart a little bit. I've already been handed one $500 check towards this week and everything, so it's already been a great week. Thank you for that. Maybe that will help you to help us out with that. This is a historic week in the history of our fellowship. This is the first time for us to meet as Mission University. And later this week, the new missions office and complex will open. This is a historic time in who we are and what we're all about. I'm excited for all of this. I'm excited for you to be here. You can see some new things going on. You see some new signage outside and all around campus, and I'm excited for you to see the new missions office. It's a tremendous place. I'm excited for us because of it, and I'm very, very thankful and proud of my friend John Conrad. He means so much to me. He's a wonderful leader, and he's such a great example of efficiency, quality, and generosity. Thank you for that, John. So tonight, I'm not preaching. I'm not trying to expound a passage. I thought tonight it would be good for me to just simply share my heart a little bit. So I want to talk about two simple things. First, let me talk about the name. The name. It's a very important topic. Why in the world would we change the name of our beloved Baptist Bible College? There are a lot of reasons. And it just seemed like they all came together as we began praying and discussing this. It became very clear to us, the board of trustees and the leadership here, that this was the right thing to do. And this was the right time to do it. And this was the right name to adopt. We knew from the beginning how huge of an impact and a decision this would be. But I'll tell you, it really wasn't difficult. When you sense the Lord leading and watching how everything falls into place, that's what happened. So it wasn't difficult It was hard in a sense, but the decision wasn't difficult. Everything just had the Lord's blessing on it. And I do want to state, this has been done with the utmost respect and consideration for who we are and for our history. No one has greater respect than I do for past presidents, understanding what they've been through. I love hearing stories about our founders. I still love hearing the stories. But as we all know, we can't live in the past. We can celebrate the past, but we can't live there. We can't pay today's bills or attract today's students by living in the past. So when we began discussing a name change, one of the things that surprised me about that was I realized after some discussions that this wasn't a new thing. It has been discussed several times over the last few decades. And you need to know this. Everybody needs to know this. There is no desire at all for us to be trendy. There's nothing about this that was motivated by a desire to be cool or hip or sick or fat or whatever you say today. Dope, yeah. But if you don't know me, I will proudly tell you that I am a suit-wearing, hymn-singing, choir-loving, hard-preaching, rule-keeping, hard-working president and pastor. That's who I am. We wanted a name that would last for decades, and you don't do that with a trend. We wanted one that would stand for a strong mission. We wanted one that would communicate that we're serious about academics, and I believe we found it. We made this change to help us reach more students. We believe that this will in turn help us to reach more people with the gospel. Our founders began Baptist Bible College with the purpose of training pastors, missionaries, and effective Christian leaders. And I communicate to you today, that is still our purpose. That is still what we do. That is why I'm here. But like your own life, and like your own home, your car, your church, I imagine it looks and sounds a little different today than it did a few decades ago. We all go through this. But I really hope you understand there's a very sincere heart behind all of this. This was not quick. This was not done without an enormous amount of prayer and discussion over years to make this happen. I really like the name, Mission University. That was put in our heart, and from the moment we discussed that name, it just stuck. It landed in all of our hearts. We considered many other names, but from the very beginning, this name just felt perfect for us. It fits us. It describes us. This has been over a 3-year process. We worked with multiple consultants to help us. They were overwhelmingly in favor of this name and the marketing potential. And I believe this was a Holy Spirit-led process. The presence and the anointing in our discussions about this was very real. It's easy to say that, but it seldom happens in our life, doesn't it? When you know that. We experienced, we believe this was a God-led, God-blessed, and ordained gift to us. So it took a long legal process, it took a long trademark process, and a whole lot of detail work to make this happen. So let me kind of summarize a little bit about the name. Some reasons behind this name change. First of all, this will help students. This will help students. We did this to help our students. I don't need this. I already have my degree. You already have your degree. But this will help our students when they go and interview for a job. It will help remove some bias or discrimination instead of trying to explain why they have a business or education degree from Baptist Bible College. It's just going to help them. This will help our missionaries. We've had several already tell us how much this would have helped them years ago dealing with difficult countries. This removes some legal borders they have to face. This will help parents. I know we love the name, but the parents that I meet, they love the name. So many parents, they just don't want their children to get a degree from a Bible college by name. They just feel it will hinder them. Whether it will or not, I don't know. We can criticize and we can say things all we want, but I think you understand what I'm saying. People understand how this improves their job aspects, helping parents, helping missionaries get through countries, helping job interviews, all of those things. Just since we have made the name change, we've had several apply. The name change is what did it for them. It removes some of those barriers. This will help pastors. There have been several of you tell us that parents and students in their churches would not even consider us because of the name. Pastors told me if you had a different name, I could send more students. We listen. And finally, this will help those interested. We are getting more and more interest from families that would have not considered us. In our country, with different colleges, different fellowships or groups of Baptist churches, our name put us in a very small pool. This opens the door. I have met families with interest in us just in the last couple of weeks that never would have considered us before. And there's been a lot of reaction, but the longer we are from the public announcement in January, the more people I meet like it. They understand it. They appreciate it. A couple of weeks ago, I was at the NAIA meeting of presidents. That's our new athletic conference. This was my first time being at this meeting, and this was the meeting, by the way, that the NAIA Council of Presidents voted unanimously to ban transgender males from competing in our women's sports. It's a great moment in our country. It's a great example. At that meeting, as I sat at a table with a little name thing in front of me that said Mission University, several of those presidents came over and shared their opinion that Mission University was a fantastic name. How did you get it? It was so good sounding and simple, but it fits. And they all love our website too, mission.edu. That's a huge story in itself. Well, I love the name. I hope you do too. I know it takes some getting used to. And I still refer to BBC every day. And I probably always will. You know what? That's okay. You may never make the leap to the new name. That's okay. But there's a new generation here that loves it. And they're excited about it. And I'm very thankful for that. You know, universities are made up of colleges. And so we thought it important that we keep the name Baptist Bible College and Theological Seminary for our ministry studies in Bible college. So that's still here. Yeah, the main name has changed, but we're keeping Baptist Bible College here. So the time is right, I believe, for us to now let the world know that there is a private Christian university that is Bible-based, very affordable, high-quality academics, safe, godly, conservative atmosphere where no pride flags or pride months are held. That's rare today. A university where classes are taught by Bible-believing, experienced, and academically qualified professors that absolutely love their students. You probably know the last 12 years, this is my 12th year, we have faced some mountains: financial, academic, personnel, facilities, enrollment, you name it. we have met every one of those things head on, dealt with them, and conquered them. We're ready. We're ready for this. So, thank you. Because of that, this fellowship, the Baptist Bible Fellowship, you and your church, you have a healthy, safe, godly, accredited university to send your students. This is a great place, and now is a great time to let this world know it. So let me tell you not only why the Baptist Bible Fellowship needs Mission University, but why our country needs us now more than ever. So I've talked about the name. Now let me talk about the need. In the last 5 years, 18 Christian colleges have closed. 2 more in the last month have announced that they are closing. What we do and who we are is very needed and becoming very rare. Last year, I attended a meeting with a couple of our trustees. It was a meeting of Christian college university presidents and trustees. Very interesting to be around those other colleges. There were probably about 20 colleges or so represented. Every one of them is counted as a Christian college. Some of the oldest and most well-known classic seminaries were in this room. One day they had a discussion for the whole room, and the question was, what is our dream for our university, our college? If money were no object, what would our dream look like? So they went around and asked the presidents, most of them from very old and well-known seminaries, but there were various answers. Some wanted the debt paid off. Some wanted a new dorm. One president was sitting a table over from us, and his dream was that he would create a heaven on earth for every transgender person. This is a Christian college. They're counted as a Christian college in all the statistics that you see. And at the same time, the world has Christian colleges, right? At the same time, I've been encouraged to just shut down rather than make a name change. One of the reasons we're making a name change is so we don't have to shut down. The world needs Mission University. There's an old saying, if you see a dead fish, you ask what's wrong with the fish. If you see 100 dead fish, you ask what's wrong with the lake. Just take a quick look at the lake of colleges in our country, where your children and your grandchildren and your youth group will go if we don't help them. If you've paid attention to the news, the headline, the leading story for the last 2-3 weeks has been about university campuses. Student protests growing all over, all in favor of supporting demonic murderers. They showed up in Missouri last weekend. They're coming all over. Look at this. This shouldn't surprise us, but at Harvard, students replaced the American flag with a Palestinian flag. During another campus protest, actual Muslims actually showed up. They gave a call to prayer, and students got down on their knees and prayed with them. You know, we think about the last days and some prophecies where the world will bow down to a false god. I honestly have read some of those prophecies and thought, you know, that's got to be far away. Not in my lifetime. Are people going to do these things? Can you see now what is happening? I don't think the world is falling apart. I think everything is starting to fall in place. There are families all around us that desperately want what we have here. And when they find us, they are so thankful. Our name didn't help us a lot. Our new name opens a door. It does not change who we are. It doesn't change what we believe. It doesn't change what we teach. So tonight, I thank you. I would ask you to pray for us. Pray for Mission University, for God to bless and protect us. And may we be that light in an ever-darkening world. Let me shift gears real quick. We have been working hard to develop some programs academically to be attractive to your students. One of the results of COVID is they took down some walls and allowed colleges to work together much easier. So we've developed some partnerships with local and national universities to offer just about any degree one of your students is looking for. Think about this. We now have students taking criminal justice here. One of the degrees many people have asked us about. Graphic arts, health science. We just signed an agreement with Drury University here in town for engineering. We have worked with Cox College here in Springfield for nursing degrees. They're closing. So just last week, I signed the final articulation agreement with Southwest Baptist University, which has a nursing and health science program right here in Springfield. All of these are partnerships. So these students would get 3/4 of their degree here. They would graduate with a bachelor's degree in biblical studies. They would get all of their gen eds here. They would also live on our campus. They would have our student life. It's going to allow them to get multiple degrees when they graduate in a topic that they choose. They can come here now. Christian schools are booming today. You know why? Because parents do not want their children in a morally corrupt, sexually deviant school. The same desire that parents have for Christian schools is now beginning to flow into the college world. That's why families are finding us and reaching out to us. But pastor, my word to you, pastor to pastor, don't let the world, don't let the schools, don't allow the government to influence that decision. You will be told, I've heard this dozens of times, but they can go to community college for free and then they'll come. That doesn't happen. The government is giving community colleges billions of dollars to do this. Now, why would they do that? Did you know that the graduation rate of community college is 7%? We're finding parents that love who we are, that love what we do here. This is what parents are looking for. So, pastor, don't stop being their pastor. Don't stop. Don't ignore this most important decision a young person is about to make. Let me encourage you. There's some information on our table back there. Pick up some material. Take it home with you. Put it in your church. Visit our website, mission.edu. There's information there on all of our degree programs. Just this week, our new online store was put there. New Mission U shirts. There's also an athletic shirt site there as well, but you can stop back there and see what we've got. Our theme for the week has been in my heart for a long time, and the more I looked at our culture, the more driven I was to talk about this.